day 5 and it's our final full day at Universal for this trip. We fly home tomorrow night. We didn't film yesterday because we went to Volcano Bay, did a bit of shopping at the outlets, and it was a bit of a lazy day for us because we were feeling a bit under the weather, which is always the worst when you're on a holiday. Volcano Bay is virtually impossible to film around unless you want to carry everything and then drop it off in lockers around the water park, and they're like $20 each. So if you're planning to do that, lockers are $20 each, and they're $25 for big lockers. So if you come with a family and not that big, probably a big locker, you probably fit about 2 backpacks in. So if you're taking the family, understand that the lockers are expensive. But it was a good day. We was there for a few hours, and then we went doing a bit of shopping afterwards, which is cool. Just thought I'd touch a little bit on the pricing since I came, because last time I came it was before COVID, so I thought I'll just touch on the pricing since before COVID to now, because everyone was telling me, oh, you know, it's gotten so much more expensive, everything's cost a lot more, but I'll be honest, I've not really seen many expensive changes. Probably, you know, yeah, food and beverage prices at Universal are roughly the same. Ubers to and from International Drive, if you stay on International Drive, are roughly the same. Food is roughly the same. The only thing I think has got more expensive is probably if you're going to go out drinking to the bars and stuff on iDrive. All the happy hours have stopped, so they are a bit more expensive. So if you are a couple that likes to go out for a drink, you will be paying a little bit more. But in general, I think everything's probably gone up, you know, a few percent. You know, I wouldn't say I brought probably the usual amount I'd usually bring, and then probably a few $100s more, and you know, it's lasted me as long as it normally would at this stage in the trip. So, you know, it's not got too much more expensive. Obviously, if you're at the park all day and you're buying food and drinks at the park all day, and you're buying merch and you're buying this, it's going to be expensive. You're going to be spending $200 to $300 a day if you're buying merch, you're buying food, you're eating out. What we tend to do is just make a pack of lunch throughout the day, go to Walmart, buy a load of stuff at the beginning of the week, water, Gatorade, stuff for sandwiches, and we save a lot of money doing it that way. Plus you can kind of eat when you want, and also it's not as filling and doesn't give you that much of a carb crash like when you say you do if you eat a pizza at the park. You know, you will be struggling for the rest of the day. But yeah, so it's not got much more expensive than it probably was a couple of years ago. just over in the Jurassic Park themed area. Heading over to Jurassic Outfitters to get a bit of our merch before we fly home tomorrow. Everything seems to be down today. So Hagrid's is down, Jurassic Park River Adventure's down, which is really were two big rides on my list today. So we're gonna have to ride those before we go home tomorrow. Just heading over to Jurassic Outfitters to get some merch before going home, because certain bits they do in this one they don't do elsewhere in the park, and then over to Universal Studios, to the tribute store, where they do bits that they don't do over here. So, you know, be able to get some cool bits. There's cool finds all over. Then we're going to head over to the general merch store and see what bits and bobs you can get in there. In the pirate themed area, you'll find Trading Company Gifts Store. Definitely the best gift store, I think, in the whole of Islands Adventure, just for the amount of products that it has. Trading Post souvenir shop at the beginning or end of Islands Adventure, depending on which way you've come in, has merch for all themes. So Minions, Harry Potter, Jurassic Park, Fast, Halloween Horror Nights. You name it, it's got a bit of everything in here. So if you're one of those that don't like to carry any bags, you can literally just grab everything at the end of the day, because you know you're going to get something in here. What we tend to do is we tend to take pictures of the merch that we want to get throughout the week, and then depending on obviously how much dollars you got left at the end of the week, depends on how crazy you can go. But to be fair, we tend to save a little budget just for souvenirs and stuff. So you know you're not disappointed in feeling you can't get anything, just in case you've overspent during the week. Just got done getting some merch. We're gonna head back in the morning and get some, because we just thought we need to head up for our reservation. So we're gonna go do a little merch run tomorrow morning before we fly at the Universal side, head over to the Jurassic Park tribute store, which I might spend my life savings in, but you're only here once a year or twice a year, you never know, depending on how the holiday requests go. Just want to mention City Walk if you've never been before. So City Walk is the area where you enter, and you either get to the bottom of City Walk and you can go left or right, and then basically you go left Islands Adventure, right to Universal Studios, and it's the kind of like the meeting point, the main entry point before you get into the main complex, where you look over the river and you see the Hard Rock Cafe, you see the Chocolate Factory restaurant, and there's the shops there, there's a cinema, there's food places. It's also where Voodoo Donuts is located. There's a few places to have a drink, Margaritaville, and there's a good few shops as well. So, you know, that's open. You don't need a ticket to enter that. You just need to come through the security barriers, and you can actually chill out in that area. So if you're actually just doing Disney, but you want to come and take a picture with the Universal Earth, you can just come down here for free and just roam about and visit some of the Universal stores, visit some of the Universal sites before you actually go into the actual parks themselves. So it's a good way, say if you used to come to Universal all the time but you wanted some fresh Universal merch without actually going into the parks, there's a store to do that here. stay, and I can't believe I've never tried doing this before, to be honest. So as we stay on International Drive, most of the hotels are like partner hotels, so you don't get actual official Universal shuttles. But what happens is they will put on, like, say, 3 shuttles in the morning and 3 shuttles of an evening to come back from the parks. So say ours are at like 7, 9 and 11. So you can book, or you have to book on those, and it's like kind of first come first serve. If you don't get on those 3 shuttles, then you got to make your own way, and that will take you right to the park. And then on the evening, shuttles returning, they're at 5, 6 and 8, and they are like first come first serve. So I've seen them fit a lot of people on them. But if you use those 3 shuttles and you depend on those 3 shuttles, you basically have to stay at the parks all day. So where it's like today, we've kind of done like a half day, and we've left at 3:30, 4 o'clock to get back to do something. A little hack we found is Universal have shuttle buses running to all their resorts throughout the day, on like on a loop, and they're Endless Summer Resort, so Dockside and Surfside. Mainly Dockside you want to be getting off at. Is basically on the it's on the junction of Universal Boulevard and International Drive. Now International Drive has the Railroad trolley which runs up and down it throughout the day, so you can get the free shuttle bus pretty much any time you like throughout the day over to Surfside Resort. Get off there, they ask no questions, you just get on, you don't have to make a reservation, and you get off when you reach the hotel. Then it's literally, as soon as you walk out the grounds, there's an iRide trolley stop which will take you all the way back down to point where we stay on International Drive, and all the way up and down International Drive, to be fair. So, and that's only $2 one way. So if you don't want to wait all day for your free shuttle bus, because maybe you want to get out for a meal, maybe the heat's too much, or the kids are just getting a bit tired, always jump on a free Universal shuttle to the Endless Summer Resort, mainly Surfside, as just outside their gates is International Drive, and there is the iRide trolley which costs $2 a person, and that will take you, I think it's stop 4, and that will take you all the way up to stay all the stops. Mainly if you're staying around the point area, you're going to need 15, 16, 17, and that's $2 a person. Now majority of people staying on International Drive will get like the iRide trolley 2-week tickets, which are about $14, and they get you on and off, and they do really come in handy, because you can get you all the way from the outlets to SeaWorld to all the main attractions on International Drive. And as I say, close. That goes for if you miss your shuttle in the morning and you don't want to pay a taxi or an Uber, you can generally just then get the iRide trolley down to the Endless Summer Resort, jump on at Surfside on a Universal Orlando bus, takes you then free down to the main hub, which will at Universal, which you then can obviously walk on up to Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, or Volcano Bay. So a little hack for you if you don't want to spend loads of money. Hey guys, just finished my Longhorn Steakhouse. Forgot to vlog before we went in, but got freshened up, went straight out onto iDrive Longhorn Steakhouse. Was great as always. Just after this I'll be posting videos of what we had. Both had a nice little sirloin steak, it was great. A couple of drinks there, always good and affordable, to be honest. Just heading over to Disney Springs, and then we're gonna have a few drinks and have a look around. let me say.